To me, porchetta is the ultimate way of cooking pork belly. Let's get that crispy skin and moist tender inside like never before. Make sure to follow this recipe till the end and you're gonna get it right every single time. So, pork belly, make sure you get a meaty one. And because this is quite big, we're gonna portion it into 2 separate pieces. And as you can see, I've got this end here that doesn't feel like it belongs, so I'm gonna trim this part. Now you can use this in future recipes if you wish, or I'm going to show you how to integrate this into the dish. And now we want to butterfly this pork belly, which means making an incision halfway through it, horizontally, almost to the point that it reaches the other end, but not all the way, like you opening a book. Now moving on to the next stage, which is seasoning, which is really important. This is gonna make or break your recipe. Obviously, there are other things along the way that can go completely wrong, but you don't wanna go only with salt and pepper. Can you go with salt and pepper? You can, but you're not gonna get amazing results. So let's get into it. Fennel seeds, and I'm starting with fennel seeds because this is a key ingredient for porchetta. And I'm adding 2 tablespoons in here, 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns and 1 tablespoon of chili flakes. And now we're gonna toast these on medium heat for about 3 minutes. And this is gonna bring this seasoning to life. What toasting can do to these spices is absolutely crazy. Just try it. So now we're getting these into the blender. And I wanna give them a few seconds before adding the rest of the seasoning and spices. And I don't want to grind them all the way. I like them more crushed, so they have a bit of texture in there. Now moving on, I've got a whole head of garlic. I'm simply gonna crush it to make the peeling easier. And then it can go straight into the blender. Now we've got here lemons. I'm only gonna use the lemon zest, which I'm gonna peel it. And I have here a handful of fresh parsley together with 2 sprigs of rosemary, which I'm only gonna get the leaves. So remove the wooden part, because although we're adding these to the blender, you're gonna feel it in your porchetta. Same with the thyme. I have here a few sprigs of thyme, and I'm gonna follow the same process. Get only the leaves. And now what we've got left in terms of seasoning is 2 tablespoons of table salt, obviously critical to the recipe, and not something that most recipes will show you to add, is 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika, you know, it goes in pretty much everything. And now we're gonna blend everything together, and you don't want these to be a paste, you want a rough chop of everything that we've got in here. Perfect, just exactly what I was looking for. Now back to our pork belly, let's get the seasoning into it. And we're gonna split this into 2 for each part of pork belly. All you need is a thin layer. And the reason why we split these open is because by rolling it, you're gonna have a lot more seasoning going all the way around than just having it like this. And we also integrated the remaining part of the pork belly, which I just chop it up and added it into the roll. And now, like making a Swiss roll, going from one end to the other, bringing it all together. Now this is not gonna stay together during the cooking process. So what we need to do, butcher string, and we're gonna tie it up together. First, we're gonna start with this end. Tight knot here. One to the other end. One in the middle. And then we're gonna fill the gaps in between. We want about an inch distance in between each knot that we're making. And important step in the process is to get this into the fridge for about 24 hours. So make sure that you don't skip this step before doing anything else. This is if you want to get a crispy skin, but not just that, getting that seasoning deeper into the pork belly, making our porchetta so much better. 24 hours later, we get our pork belly out the fridge. And now is the time when we're gonna add olive oil, an olive oil resistant to high temperatures. And we're gonna massage this pork skin all the way around. This is what is gonna give us the nice crispy skin. We are adding table salt, about half tablespoon on each pork belly log. Again, this will help get the skin nice and crispy. And now with the tip of the knife, we're gonna poke into the skin. This will help getting that fat on the outside on the skin, making it nice and crispy. Now I'm gonna transfer everything to a roasting tray. And I recommend a tray with a rack inside so the air can circulate easily around the meat, cooking it evenly. And if, let's say, there is too much fat forming at the bottom, then you might want to remove some halfway through the cooking process, so it doesn't touch the meat that's on the rack. This looks quite tight at this point, and it is, but during the cooking process, they will shrink considerably. At the bottom of the tray, I also want to add about 300 milliliters of water. That's because during the cooking process, there'll be a lot of fat getting to the bottom of your tray, and that will get a lot of smoke that you don't want into your kitchen. Now we have 3 stages of cooking. To begin with, we're adding this into an oven at 225 degrees Celsius or about 440 Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. And what happens during this process is that the high heat shocks the skin and starts the crackling process. Now the second stage of cooking, which is the slow cooking process of the meat, which is at 150 degrees Celsius or about 300 Fahrenheit for about 3 hours. And during this process, what will happen is that the fat will render down slowly, keeping the meat juicy and soft. Now in our final step of cooking, which is the final crisp, we're gonna turn the temperature up to 225 degrees Celsius or about 440 Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. And during this cooking stage, what will happen is that the final blast will ensure that the crackling is golden and rock hard crunchy. Now a really important step here, once we get the porchetta out the oven, give it about 10 to 15 minutes for the meat to rest and relax, and it will be so much better. And the fat that we've got here, keep it, because it's amazing at roasting potatoes. Now if you enjoyed this recipe, make sure that you check the other recipe that I've got for you right here. And if you want to be up to date with cooking tips and simple recipes, make sure you subscribe to my newsletter, which is in the description of this video.